Okay, hello everybody. I am the founder of the 413 group, 413 organization, and you should be part of that. So you should ask us about that. And I want my topic today. Get this now. This could be. I've always heard this topic in the spiritual realm. Okay, and it's called omnipresent. And what I have always heard is, and you have probably heard it at the same time, God is omnipresent. Now, what does that mean? God is everywhere, all over the place. So, Grant Cardone's book here says omnipresent on chapter 20. And so what does it really mean? The word omnipresent conveys the concept of being everywhere, in all places, at all times. Can you imagine what it would be like if your brand and your company could be everywhere all at the same time? See, here's the thing. You got to start getting yourself out there. Every one of you that are listening to this, every one of you that is part of this, you've got to start getting a bigger footprint. And so what does that mean? Well, let's take a look at some of the things here. Consider something as just the news. Is the news everywhere today? It's on TV channels, it's in radio, it's on the internet, it's on cable, it's on everything that you 24/7. You could get news 24/7. Can I get your stuff 24/7? Can I even see you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Snapchat? Whatever that means. Are you on TikTok? Are you on Instagram? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on everywhere? See, this is the kind of mindset from which you must operate to make yourself available everywhere. That when people wake up every day, they're seeing your face, they're seeing something about you. You've got some kind of a quote that's going out. You've got something, but you've got to have a presence out there. I hope that really is resonating with you just a little bit. Many people incorrectly assume that they can make a handful of phone calls, and boy, this is really our business sometimes. A handful of phone calls, a personal visit or two, send out a few emails, send out a card, send out a few things, and man, they think, oh my gosh, everybody's going to pay attention to that. Everybody's going to pay attention. But that's just not true. I mean, is it enough? Are you doing enough? I hope this is really your wake-up call to say, man, what do I have to do to get my name, to get myself, to get everything out there amongst everyone? I love what Grant Cardone says here. He wants all, I don't know how many people are on earth right now, 7 billion? Are we at 7 billion yet? He wants all 7 billion people to know his name. Now, what is your thought on that? What are you thinking whenever I say he wants 7 billion people, every person on the planet? I can remember whenever Mark Zuckerberg, I think I'm saying that right, with Facebook, said he wanted everybody in the world to have Facebook. What a lofty goal. And I wonder how many naysayers are saying to both of these people, oh, it's not happening. Really, you want everybody? What is your mindset, though? What is your mindset even in your own area? What is your mindset? Do you do anything in the area? Do you do anything on your Facebook, so that everybody sees you and that you give them maybe a positive quote for the day? That you, maybe you have a whole bunch of people in your database. Do you give them a positive quote for the day? Do you say something to them? Do you put yourself out there? Do you do a video that has a lot of energy behind it and giving them a tip for the day? Well, they may not want it every day. Well, then let them go somewhere else. Oh, boy, did that shock you a little bit? Maybe you need to let them go somewhere else if they don't want to hear from you all the time. Get the people in there that want to hear from you. Get the people that want to say something. I get something for this guy, Grant Cardone, 5 times a day, at least. And I love what he says. Sometimes I'm getting tired of a lot of my friends or a lot of people that I know that are sending pictures out with them on a boat. Okay, their boat. And they're having a great time and they're having fun. Man, they're skiing behind it. Or I had a friend send me a picture the other day. They were on a 21-day cruise, Viking cruise to Budapest and all that area over there. And I'm like, geez, I wish I was on that. Well, are we putting ourselves out there? Are we putting ourselves all the way out there to every media that we can give positive things to everybody? Or are we just sitting back and nobody knows us? Are we sitting back and we're saying, oh, I hope that somebody gives me a lead. I hope somebody notices me. I hope somebody does something with me. See, we know profits will come as a result of our efforts to be everywhere. Let me say that one more time. Profits will come when we know that the result of our efforts is to be everywhere at the same time. Well, how can you be everywhere at the same time? Do a blast. I'm getting ready. I can tell you right now, be watching social media. I'm getting ready to go out there everywhere. I've already got my 30, 40 videos. I'm getting ready to bust YouTube wide open. I'm getting ready to rock and roll with some Rob bombs, ROBCAST. What are you doing? Where are you? I want to see you everywhere. I want to, man, my gosh, I see so-and-so this way. Man, I see them over here. I see them on Instagram. I see them on TikTok. I see them on LinkedIn. I see them all over the place. My gosh, we simply do not allow any excuses and distractions that could limit any kind of expansion. What is your excuse? We're going to be talking about that just in a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now today. Depends on how long I spend on this here. However, I know that the next chapter is excuses. And by the way, one of our bold laws, you remember the bold laws, if you took bold ever, you can have excuses or you can have reasons and results. I call it excuses. You can have excuses or results, and you can't have both. Stop giving excuses. Stop telling, whenever you should be doing something and then you don't do it, how many excuses can you give? I think some of you got a whole book full of excuses and you're just like, oh, page 53. Yeah, that's a good excuse right there. Throw that book away. So let me keep on. In the same way, any attempt you make to have yourself, your brand, your product, your service be omnipresent, in other words, everywhere, will automatically guide your actions and decisions. Is this kind of thinking too big for you? Are you like, oh my gosh, this is too big. I don't know what to say out there. Learn. Now, some of you don't have to be as crazy as I am. Some of you don't have to be as loud as I am. You don't have to be as passionate as I am. Sometimes maybe you want to just kind of sit back, give it this number, and maybe just talk to everybody like this. What do you think? Maybe, wait. Maybe you could look like this. Hold on. Got some glasses here. How's that look? And then you give some kind of philosophy, answer. And you sit back. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to be like me. You don't have to be all up in your grill, all up in your, up in the screen, up in the microphone, that kind of thing. But if you are like that, okay, so what? For most people it is it's absolutely necessary to think big. Now, if you don't want to think big and you're interested in only being average, well, okay, then just admit it and be average. Society will love you. They love you to be average. They love you to be normal. They love you not to do things very big. Unless people know who you are, no one will pay attention to what you represent or what you're saying. Who cares about it? I see John Maxwell everywhere. If you don't know who John Maxwell is, go to Barnes & Noble's, look into, or go on Amazon, right? And go look at the leadership book. Just put in leadership. I can promise you right now, all his books will come. He's the top leadership author out there. You have to get people to know you, which means that you have to you have to get their attention. Get their attention. That's one of the things that, you just got to put everything everywhere. It is not enough if you can just help one person. I hear that a lot of times. Boy, if I could just help one person. Oh, if I could just help one. Got to tell you right now, I've heard that saying many, many times. I don't want to help just one. I want to help you. And I want to make you feel like you're the only one. But at the same time, I want to help a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. This is kind of like my last hurrah here. I'm moving on, and I've got about one more decade in me. And man, I want to leave a legacy that says, man, I have helped a lot of people get to where they want to be. So you must think in terms of being everywhere at all times. That's what this whole chapter is about, being everywhere at all times. Oh my gosh, they're over there, over here. I've seen that person. Well, I see that person over there. I see this person over here. See, the first thing you have to do is burst through the obscurity and let the world know what you can do for it. What can you do for the world? Zig Ziglar says, give enough people what they want and you will get what you want. How many people can you give what they want? How many people can you help? How many people can you call up right now and say, hey, listen, you got to be listening to this Rob Bomb. And then do it relentlessly. Do it relentlessly. Don't stop. Are you going to get naysayers? Yep. We've already had the chapter on criticism. Criticism is usually a sign of success. If people are going to try to stop you, it's usually a sign of success. So, and then do it really, although it might sound like a grind. And guess what? It will only be a chore if your goals are too small. It's only a chore if your goals are self-serving. It's only a chore if your goals are unattained. Shoot. You go 10x, man, you start making $1 million a year. You start waking up in the morning and every month and you've got $40, $50, $70, $80, $90,000 coming in every single month. I can promise you right now, it won't be a chore. You'll wake up with a smile on your face and say, who can I help today? See, maybe you want to amass riches in order to help more people and improve conditions for all mankind. That is absolutely great. What a great way to think. That I can help a lot more people out here. That would require you, though, to be omnipresent. That would require you to be everywhere at all times if you're going to help a whole lot of people like that. Everywhere, all the time. See, the higher your purpose, the more fuel you got to pour on it. The higher your purpose, the more fuel, the more gasoline. See, all of you got a fire in the belly. You wouldn't be on this right here if you didn't have a little bit of fire in the belly. You just got to stoke that fire. You just got to throw some gasoline, lighter fluid. Don't throw just a little bit, throw the whole can. So in order for your life not to feel like work, okay, or like running like in a hamster wheel, you must think in terms of the right volume. In other words, omnipresent, everywhere. The goal of being everywhere at all times and at the same time is exactly the kind of massive thinking that you need to adopt. A couple more things and I'll be done here. You must first make a vow to have your brand, your idea, your concepts, your company, your product, your service, make a footprint on this planet. Every one of you should make a footprint first. Start right where you are. Why don't you start right in your city? Make a footprint there. How about your state? Make a footprint there. That means what I have to do? Maybe it means that you got to go to school systems. Maybe it means that you've got to go into your neighborhood. Maybe it means that you've got to be present all over the place. I think I did I've got a YouTube coming up that tells you how to take over a neighborhood, take over a whole neighborhood in less than a year. In other words, have 50, 60% of all the listings and sales coming out there. Guess what? You got to do something every single month with them. And by the way, you could do something every single month with your database and with your farm areas and with everybody, because there is some kind of a national thing every day. I want you to think about that. What could you do? 4th of July is coming up. How many flags can you give out? Then you got August, back to school. How many pencils can you give out? September, October, Halloween's coming up. What are you going to dress up as? You're everywhere. You're everywhere. Write about it. Talk about it. Give lectures on whatever it is, subjects that you know about. Start putting something out there. Start teaching something. Every one of you are really great at something. What is it that you're great at? I'm getting ready, a young lady that joined our 413 organization. I mean, we're getting ready to do something together with investing. She is an investor. My gosh, everybody and their brother is going to come to that class, because everybody, so many people out here wanted to invest. If you do, are you an investor? See, the best, and by the way, sometimes the best revenge is not being ugly or mean or anything on that line. The best revenge, you ready for this, is massive success, right? It's massive success. You got to move forward. You got to get the momentum going. I love what Cordone says here. I spend all my energy, resources, and creativity on becoming omnipresent and expanding my footprint out here. So a couple last things here. People with whom I had never done business started saying to us, man, I see you everywhere. Man, I see you all. I mean, I used to do that when I first came into the business. Now, we had newspapers, okay? Those things have kind of gone by the wayside. Now you know how old I am, all right? Some of you may not even know what a newspaper is or a yellow page book. You might know what a yellow page book. Do you remember those? Look, I see how young some of you are on here. You're like, man, I have no clue what a yellow page book is. They were about that thick, and you used them for booster seats for your kids. Okay, so anyway, I would put every month, I would have my picture in the newspaper. number one in this or number one in that, number one in this, did this, did that, did this. So I did that for about 3 years, and then I stopped putting myself in the newspaper. Guess what? For almost a year to 2 years, people would come up, hey, I saw you in the newspaper. Hey, I saw you in the newspaper. Hey, I saw you in the newspaper. Now it needs to be on social media. You need to be all over social media like this. And then you could stop somewhere along the line, and guess what? Somebody's going to come up to you and say, hey, I saw you on social media yesterday. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You're just inside of their minds. You're inside of their head right now. Your business will blow up if you are out there everywhere. Opportunities are all over the place. They just got to know you. They just got to hear from you. What do you have to say? So the best way to even the score with anybody out here against those who have it in for you is to make yourself so well known that every time they look up, every morning when they wake up, and right before they go to sleep at night, they see evidence of you and your success. That's what you got to do. Everybody here, everybody that is listening to this Rob Bomb can be successful. However, the bottom line is, do you have people around you? Do you have people that are in the environment around you that is helping you out? Do you have somebody that you can go to ask questions? So get out there today, go be everywhere, get yourself together, and be here, be there, be all over the place. And again, everybody, all of you have something to contribute. Why are you holding it back? Why are you hoarding it up? Give it to everyone out here and put yourself out there. And if I can be of any help, let me know. We're the 413 organization, and you ought to be part of it. Have a great day. See ya.